Look at the volume and the volume of people. They're allowed to go in that building, but we're not allowed to go in that building. Only one set of people can make money off of that. I just want the world to take a look. I said was on live, but I guess I got cut off alive. But I just want the world to see what's going on here in my beloved Abaco. Trying to go live, trying to work 2 cameras here. But I want y'all to see what's going on in Abaco as I try to work 2 cameras to show you the volume of people here that come on that boat like a slave ship. Not so much people that's come on that boat, but if you're not in the clique, you're not allowed to make any of that business. Kai aim to change that. And the thing about it is that we have been allowing this to go on for some 15 years. I want to show everybody really what's going on here today as these people migrate. They came in, everybody here has their own jet transportation. They don't even drive local. And these are the people that the government give duty free for the rest of their lives. When we went to a hurricane and we only allowed to have duty free for 1 year. That's unacceptable. Look at the volume of people here. This is just one boat. They'll have 3 and 4 boats like this back and forth today. I'm just doing the story. I'm just telling my story as you see the volume of people coming off that boat back and forth. And Kai Mills and the independent people are not allowed to touch these people for the last 15 years. That's unacceptable. And now they move into Dunderstown, as you saw the video the other day. They move into Dunderstown and we cannot even go on. I'm right now illegal according to them because I'm not on the sidewalk. I am on top of the hill here, letting the world see the migration of people that comes into my town, but we cannot touch them. Unbelievable. Country, more than I can. I can't even make $1. And I'm a man that is licensed, uninsured. And Brent Simonet, nobody made any noise but Kai Mills. Brent Simonet is now in Dunderstown. The great white shark has came ashore in Dunderstown. It's unacceptable that he bring this same type of racism from Bakers Bay onto mainland Dunderstown, that we cannot touch these people. You got to be of white pigmentation to go in the building and to make some money. Everything else is just crumbs, crumbs, crumbs. And believe it or not, this all happened under all black prime ministers. Mike Melman say, Kai, when your government come to negotiate, they don't negotiate for the country, they negotiate for themselves. So as you look at this, the volume of people that came in, Kai Mills is a licensed taxi driver, brand new car, but Kai Mills haven't made $100 from this type of migration. Believe it or not, we just had a prime minister, the worst one in the world, Minnis, Hubert Minnis. Hubert Minnis cannot take his family, his wife that had her own ministry, she cannot go and sit down in the restaurant. Bakers Bay got several restaurants and bars. Brave could go there now because he's prime minister. Hubert Ingram, that screwed up the deal. The biggest screw up in Abaco, Hubert Ingram did it, and they loved him for it. Perry Christie, his daddy was a taxi driver. Perry Christie cannot go on Bakers Bay. Perry Christie cannot go in that building and have a drink in Dunderstown. Hubert Ingram cannot go in that building in Dunderstown and have a drink. Only the elite. It is like what they fought all over in South Africa. They brought the same South African ways into Abaco. And these people are not racist. The government has allowed the owner of Baker's Bay to become racist. The owner, Mike Melman, the Shaw Jew, he loved black people and he loved the Bahamas. And he didn't edge this deal. He said, your government don't go and negotiate on behalf of you, Kai. Your government go and work and negotiate on behalf of themselves. How is it somebody that could afford a $40 million jet, everybody out there looking at whose jet is the biggest, and these people would ride with us, but the government has allowed Baker's Bay to break the law for some 15 years. We're having the first organized taxi association meeting that will be held on the 11th of this month. It's a new year, it's a new day. And we're gonna get together as a group. I told them you gotta get together as a group. Kai Mills is running for the president of the Taxi Association so that it could be done like the architects of old. First come, first serve. One person should be able to buy 2 and 3 vehicles. C and D taxi service brings people out here, don't have a public service driver's license, the car's not licensed, but that's okay because Baker's Bay seems to be untouchable. But I happen to be here at the right time, at the right place, the right date, second day of the year, and the bleeding continues. It has been doing that way for the past 15 years because we, as black people, cannot get together. The government don't care. We live here. After Hurricane Dorian, we had to start from scratch. Some of us had to bury our parents. Some of us still don't have electricity in my Dundastan. But all of this, the Dundastan Town Committee, the people that are elected to speak for the people, they allow all this to come into Dundastan. And guess what? Nobody from Dundastan helped to build it. Nobody from Abaco was allowed to put these plants here. But these people could come here and do what they want. As Kai show you the exit of the people right along Dundastan, the people that are here, that is getting treated like royalty. But if you're not in the clique, if you speak against the corruption, you're not allowed to get any of this business. You can see boats and boats and boats and boats coming into here, but we can't get any of this business. We're not allowed to get any of this business if you speak out. But everybody else, for 15 years, these people could have put so much money into the moms and pop shops in Dundastan and going all down to Crown Haven. But because we don't have no leadership and nobody that cares for us before the hurricane, nor after the hurricane, here we are. Livery drivers are becoming taxi drivers. Taxi drivers that have license can't get a job. I'm happy to be here today, on this day, so y'all could see the volume of people that is coming into my town. And for 15 years, it's heartbroken to see that Kai Mills haven't made $100 from these people, because I speak about Dr. Livingston Marshall and the crimes that he had committed against the people of Abaco and continue to commit crime. Dr. Livingston Marshall, he got everybody in his pocket. One black, ugly man from Nassau, that's a partner. The worst thing happened to us is that we had a black brother in charge. And the black brother, Dr. Livingston Marshall, he has screwed everybody. Everybody is screwed. Even himself is screwed because he don't know what he's worth. He don't know the power of hurting his own people. How could you bring South Africa, the same thing that happened in South Africa, that black people was not allowed to mix with white people. We can't use the same fork. We can't use the same spoon. We can't use the same hotel. We can't use the same restaurant. In the Bahamas, this is going on right now. And they brought the same racist practice from over to Baker's Bay, and they brought it here on mainland Dundastan. That this building that is in Dundastan, blacks are not allowed to use the bathroom. Blacks are not allowed to use the bar. And it is, the bar license was given to them by the black government. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that crazy? But I just want you to see the volume of people that continue to come off of Baker's Bay. This is just one wave. This has been happening all morning. Over 300 to 400 people on Baker's Bay, but the majority of the taxi drivers for 15 years haven't made a dollar. Is that right? Is that acceptable? Is that a government you want to be a part of? Is that a government you want to be proud of? This is what's happening. Today, the 2nd of January, this is a new year. The bleeding continues. 2022, and the people are there lined up. My taxi is right over there, all nice and clean, all dark up. For 15 years, Admiral Kai cannot get any of these people because I speak out against the corruption. They got so many people that they can leave them there and come back. You have the same drivers, you're just gone, they'll double up. C and D transportation is making all the money. He already bought, this year alone, 2 vehicles. We got trouble to buy, to pay for the vehicles we got. And he bought 2 vehicles because it's all for them. It's all for me, baby. But look at the volume. People, I want y'all to see what's happening in my beloved Abaco.